Speaking English? I came here when I'd had all my passports and wallet and everything stolen, and there was a small Muslim girl who helped me.
Okay.
That was 2 months ago. I've walked past here almost every day. She's never been here. She disappeared.
But she is here. She's right here right now.
Oh, she's here?
Yeah.
Oh,
do you want to speak to her?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you.
Kann ich die Sache so bestellen? Ja, habe ich das Team 60 Köpfe, 35, 120 Stück für 63, 95. Genau, die Cousine hat ja
Hi. Better than I was. I still don't have my passports and everything back, but I got my laptop, I've got my evidence and everything back.
That's fair.
But my situation is still very dicey. The only thing I wanted to come in and say was it was a very kind I walked past numerous times to see if I could see you.
Yeah, I was not in the country at that, and yeah.
Okay, so.
I was on the whole day.
Right. I just want to thank you very much. I have a sliver of a chance now.
I can.
So thank you very much. Thank you.
Have a nice time.
All right.
Ja.
These security guards follow me fucking everywhere. This is where I had my interview at HRS. Just so happens to appear as I'm having a fucking interview. A goddamn Piper and police cars flashing their lights as I eat in the canteen. And the guy interviewing me calls me a bum in the interview, and then they start banging on the door when I'm in my having my interview. Hi. I had an interview here at HRS, and I had an interview with Sven, and I wrote a complaint to the HR department because I'll be honest with you, I've never had an interview like it in my life. I came in here and basically he said I looked like a bum, which is not appropriate, right? He then told me to wait in the cafeteria. So whilst I'm having my interview, 2 police cars are flashing lights outside and sirens. He's like, oh, you can do this job very easily, you're very gifted, you've worked at Bank of America, Royal Bank of Canada, you could do this job easily, but you kind of look like a bum. And I was just like, I didn't say nothing. And then the thing is, after the interview had finished, I was in the bathroom and someone was banging on the door for me to get out, and then security escorted me to the exit. And I wrote all this in an email to Sven, and he never replied. I've never been so insulted in all my life to go for an interview and say you look like a bum. So I've delivered $6 billion in IT projects. There was an interview arranged. I couldn't make it because I was attacked in Bonn and they stole my passports. So I came off the cuff and I said, a little bit dressed like this, and I said, oh, can we arrange a time for an interview? And he said, well, you kind of look like a bum, but I'll interview you now. You can't say things like that. And then for police cars to be outside, flashing sirens.
I'm not sure if it's police cars.
No, but what I mean is we could have moved room or something, right? So he asked me all these questions. He's like, wow, you know, you could do this job easily. We'll arrange a second interview. And then made up a really bizarre excuse. And then I detailed all what happened in the interview. And I said, I don't think it's appropriate for HR to do this. And he did not reply. So the fact that he did not reply tells me the whole situation was weird because even when I was through there, I went to the bathroom and someone was banging on the bathroom to come out the bathroom. It's just like, am I in an interview or am I getting interrogated? You can't call...
I hope it's not like that.
But like if you're in an interview and someone would...
That's true.
Well, I put it in 3 emails to him and he refused to reply to every single one.
Okay. Well, currently he's not at his desk. He's
But this interview was probably like it was well over a month ago, and I just gave up. So
I think I remember you.
right, but you can't call someone a bum. It's not appropriate.
No.
And he's seen my, regardless of whether I wasn't. He's seen my resume. You're not going to interview me for an senior IT manager, right? Right. You can't say something like that in any business.
No.
So I just want, it was like four incidents. I came in, I didn't want to have the interview right there and then. He said he wanted to have it, but you look like a bum. Sit through there, people banging on the toilet, police cars flashing outside. It would have been appropriate to move to another room. And then when I went to the bathroom when I left, banging on the door, escorted out, and I'm like, yeah, okay. And he's like, wow, you're fantastic. You could just do this job. We have 3 spots. We'll get you for the second interview straight away. And then sent the most bizarre response ever. And because of that, I detailed the process of the interview and why did you say these things 3 times and 0 reply. Not an apology or I didn't mean it, nothing. So to me, I've had interviews in bigger corporations than this. You can't just not reply to something like that. And he works for HR.
I'm sorry to put me through with Sven.
Yes.
You had it with Sven.
Right. Yes.
Okay. Was ist sein Name? Wer ist da noch?
But even in the interview, to be honest with you, he was asking me technical questions that he didn't even know the answer to. So he's like, oh, I just got to answer. So I said, I could have given you any answer and you don't know. The whole process was bizarre.
Okay. That's strange. And yeah.
Well, I got insulted. I got
really,
chased in the bathroom. He didn't know the answers to the questions. And I'm like, well, I don't. And then he's like, man, you almost got the job. It's like, you know everything.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
And I'm like,
yeah, you are right. The only thing at the moment, unfortunately, Sven Bluebirds, I guess he is.
I would like his boss. I don't want to talk to him, to be honest. I would like his boss.
Yeah, there is. Karina, ne? Karina wird nicht da sein. Gucken, ob Sarah Busch.
Never have I been insulted like that in an interview in my life. I've worked at Bank of America, Royal Bank of Canada, Bank of Montreal, Lloyd's Bank. No one's called me a bum.
Yeah, and it's not, no, it's, but what happened on the toilet? I'm sorry, I just heard
No,
it
so
in,
basically, what happened was people banging on the bathroom to get out the bathroom. And I'm like, well, can I get 2 minutes? So the whole thing was just weird.
But one of our securities or something? No.
Yes. So what I'm saying is, after
when was it? Sorry,
the actual date.
I'm just the front office manager, and I just want to know.
What happened was,
because
the only
of
reason I got the
securities.
interview was, right, I overheard people on the U-Bahn saying HRS is a mess, this doesn't work, this doesn't work. I've been an IT manager, I was listening. I said, well, if you do this, this, and this, it'll start to work. They're like, oh, who are you? I said, I've worked in banking and IT project management for 15 years. I said, should I give you my resume? They said, sure. They forwarded it to Sven. Sven contacted me and went, wow, what a resume. Can you make this interview? I said, I just got attacked in Bonn. My passports are stolen. I need to get them back. So I turned up here. He happened to be here. I said, can we arrange an interview? He's like, I got time now. You kind of look like a bum. And that's how it started.
Okay.
Right from the start. So I'm just like, what?
And when was it? Last week or?
No, we're talking over. I've emailed him 3-4 times and 0 reply. Because in the interview, he didn't know the answer to the questions himself. And I said, well, no, I was actually teaching him in the interview what the process was. And he's like, well, we have 3 slots. You'd be great for one of them. We'll get you straight in for the second interview. And then sent me quite a nasty response. And then that's when I detailed them from the moment I walked through the door to the moment I walked out was a whole bizarre interview. 3 times and not even a response. if that's HR, which is human resources, to do that,
Yeah, it should not be like this. I apologize myself for them. I just try to reach somebody from HR. Willst du vielleicht mal Sarah Busch mir das kurz erklären? Hast du seinen Namen?
but he was like, we have 3 spots of immediate, we need someone immediately with your talent. And I mean, I just don't understand.